On the contract, Gab, it would be very interesting, obviously, to see what Juve do. If he's banned 2 years, he could be the greatest player of all time, like a mix of Pelé, Maradona, Messi, and Cristiano. And there's not a club that would say, okay, well, we will still pay you for 2 years and we wait for you to come back, right?
Yeah, and look, I think there's different things that they can do here. Certainly the vibe, the sensation, as they would say in Spain, is that Juve will seriously consider cancelling his contract if he's found guilty. And part of the reason behind this is the broader concerns with his fitness, the muscular injuries. I mean, he got injured again now. And a big part of it is the fact that, he makes 8 million euros net a year plus 2 million in bonuses. He's got another 3 years left on his contract.
Yeah.
That's a cost of 60 million to Juve over 3 years. That is a ton of money for a club that, for a whole bunch of different reasons that we all know of, has lost enormous amounts of money over the last 3 years. I think Juve feel that, in their midfield, with Miretti, with Fagioli, they have other options. And it's not like he was a key part of this Juve team. We've said it before, right? He's a cherry on top if he can keep his fitness. So certainly the vibe, like there wouldn't be this much discussion in the press, in the Italian media, about him having his contract cancelled if Juve weren't
briefing
that it is something that they're very seriously
for sure.
considering.
I think he's very much aware of it as well.
Which then begs the question, what can you do? Because, again, we don't know the length of the ban, but I would assume it's going to come in between 1 and 2 years.
Yeah.
You become a free agent. Do you go train by yourself for a year and then try to have another go somewhere?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, why it's even weird in a way is the timing of this, because he came after, the announcement was Monday night, as you said, Gab, earlier. On Monday, there was this interview that he gave to Al Jazeera TV channel, which was done before, but was broadcasted on Monday before we knew about the doping ban and test positive. And in that interview with Al Jazeera, he said, listen, after the whole witchcraft, extortion incident with my brothers and the childhood friends, I thought about stopping football. So already then, the motivation was very little. He was injured. He clearly didn't have his head around football, playing football. He didn't even know what he wanted to do. Then he came back. He played a little bit so far this season, fell up to him, and we saw him playing actually decent football.
Yeah, 2 half-hour spells.
Yeah, that was okay. Right. And this happens now where easily you could think like, you know what, I've had enough of all of this. Of the last 5 years, I've had enough. Or maybe the last 3 years, I've had enough now. There was obviously everything that happened with France at the Euro 2021, that game against Switzerland where there was insult with his own teammates. There was an argument with Deschamps on the touchline for everybody to see. There was the tensions with Kylian Mbappe and who should be the biggest star in this squad, blah, blah, blah. Then the witchcraft, the brothers, and now this, the injuries. It's just, I could completely understand if he said, you know what, I've had enough now. This is me done. I'm going to look after my 3 children, my wife, do something else. I've got enough money in the bank. And that's it.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you wonder, is this the moment that you walk away? Part of me, and I'll declare my bias here, is I really like the guy. I've had the privilege of meeting him more than once. I find him to be charming, funny, I love him, intelligent. I've only had these experiences with him. Maybe there's another side to him or whatever. And so I like to think that, maybe if he does get banned, he takes a 1 year clean break, looks after himself, and then maybe in a year's time when his ban is spent, maybe the time off allows him to finally recover from his muscular injuries. He's going to be 31 years old. Yeah. There's players who play well past 35. If it's about standing around and pinging the long balls, who knows? Maybe he'll become a sweeper. I don't know. Maybe he'll go the.
He will still be good enough for some leagues. There's no doubt.
Was it Franck Sauzet?
Franck Sauzet.
See, impressive, right?
Atalanta's Franck
Who
Sauzet.
reinvented himself as a sweeper after playing number 10.
Laurent Blanc as well was a number 10 that then went to number 6 that then went to...
Was he like the world's slowest sweeper? Number 10?
Yeah, but he was very technical.
Well, Frank Leboeuf was a number 10.
Of course,
Who's kept out of sight by David Ginola. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, having rattled off a bunch of French ghosts from the past, we're going to hope that Pogba doesn't become one of them. I want to also point something out from what we said, just to be clear. This this supplement that he took is something which it's because it's synthetic testosterone.
Yeah.
You would test positive. It's not like it's allowed in the US.
No, but you can buy it. You can buy it in the US.
If I, surprise, surprise, I'm not a professional athlete at this time.
Not yet.
I can go get a doctor to write a prescription for it in the US and take this synthetic testosterone.
Yeah.
In Europe, it's not licensed at all.
No.
So it would be impossible to do on this side of the pond. I think it's important to clarify to clarify this bit as well.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.